And they're trying to get it against one of only 7 unbeatens remaining in college basketball. 13th ranked team in the country at 10-0 and a blow by, and then goaltending, and Tanner's got a bucket here early. So how'd he fix him? He started fining him. 3,000 here, 3,000 there. He said he got straight real quick as Tanner throws in a triple. And it
trained all summer with Darius Garland and his trainer, and you can see just the huge stride he's made here.
Zach Davis off the mark, and Memphis 0 for 6 within the SEC. That 3 is off the mark from Tyler Nickel, who's coming off of a 30-point game at home against Central Arkansas. Touchdown low, best look of the game for Memphis. To this one. Here's Doug McDaniel, former Michigan Wolverine and Kansas State Wildcat. He's got elite speed and found the defensive end. It's something he was frustrated by when we talked to him at shoot-around today. He said if you're coaching effort, it's not a recipe for success. 15th score on consecutive possessions. Memphis runs out at midcourt. Miles takes a bump, and it's rejected inside and then lost out of bounds.
Well, they are coming off probably their worst performance despite the win against Central Arkansas, where they were very sloppy.
Quante Berry works it inside. Is on the floor now. Back outside to Tanner. Tried to go high-low. And a foul. Jalen Washington at the free throw line. 80% from the line on the season for the senior from Gary, Indiana. Started his 45 with a 7'4" wingspan. 1 of 2 from the line.
He gives them some rim protection they didn't necessarily.
Tanner with the steal, and he saw a gap for a second. Memphis going to mix up the defense a little bit, and Tanner draws a foul on Ashton Hardaway. Falls into the hands of Frankie Collins in a push ahead. Washington running the floor, and he's fouled in transition. Mark Byington bragging on this team. Here's Aaron Bradshaw, and gets his pocket picked by Duke Miles. Miles floater good. Miles nearly took it up. Right wing 3. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Ashton Hardaway. Bradshaw running the floor. Lost the handle on it. And he wanted an opportunity, as Penny explained it to us, to go prove that he could do it at a bigger conference. Power move by, that would be Tulsa with the best number right now, sitting on just 1 loss this season. Near steal. They dominated the league last year. The 3 is good for
them to their undefeated record.
Now their assist rate is through the roof. One of the best in the country. And the ball knocked out of bounds on the failed rebound. Play in 6 Big Ten road games because of academic issues, and a wild shot inside, and it cleaned up nicely by
wild bad shot. He's doing easy too.
And it's a 1-point game. Corner 3, good. And finally Tyler Nickel off the.
It's gotten the rotation, playing with a ton of energy, and that fight Penny has asked for.
I think the world's greatest elevator operator Leslie Jones said the same thing to us today when our way. It's stolen away. Here's Duke Miles on the run out, and the reverse. Miles coming off of a 2 for 9 shooting effort against Central Arkansas, and to your point,
the big toe injury for several games out the kickball.
Well, it depends. Did he like it slow and smooth or fast and back? They've dipped into the portal by staying within the league to great success over the last couple of seasons. Feed out to Berry on the wing. Ball fake for an open 3. Yes, sir. Turns the corner. Got him on a yo-yo and gives it up. And then Miles nearly got his pocket picked. Everybody left him, and Bradshaw
just doesn't know how good he can be once he figures it out. Watch out.
Yeah,
he might be figuring it out.
30 last time out. I think he is. Bradshaw after the offensive rebound.
But I think they've lost a little bit of confidence as well.
Here's a drive with 9 to shoot. Kick out to McDaniel, and floater finds its home.
But better days ahead for Memphis.
Lost 99 to 73, their old Metro Conference rival. Rolls home. 4-star recruit out of Toronto. Memphis has closed it to a 4-point game. And an answer on the other side by A.K. Okereke. 10 to shoot. Memphis mixing it up defensively. Now 9 to shoot. Tanner got a half step. Baseline feed, but a step on the Andy. Came in 5th in the country, better than 95 points per game. Just a tad off the pace tonight. And a second one of the game goes
off the mat and show that fight that Penny Hardaway implored them to have and handle this adversity.
Here's Sincere Parker, baseline drive, and he's fouled on his way to the rim.
These guys, yeah, they might have transferred from a South Carolina or wherever, but they've had a brutal schedule to start, and so that's hurt their confidence a little bit.
John Calipari was the head coach in 2009. 4 to shoot. Parker tried to muscle his way in. McDaniel's got to hurry the 3, and he got it. Doug McDaniel with his 2A Mr. Basketball and 2-time Gatorade Tennessee Player of the Year. Splits the defenders again.
That's so good. You just can't defend that. You try to blitz the ball screen and double, get it out of his hands.
Ingram running the floor and a power jam for the...
That 5 seed got knocked off to the 12 seed. After a really good year, that could have made a run.
Stolen away by Barry. Ingram running the floor again, and he went down hard. 65% from the free throw line for Ingram. He's made 2 out of 3. It drills the second. Starting to come alive. Another Memphis steal. Numbers for the Tigers. McDaniel off the window and in. Sloppy basketball from Vandy. 2-on-1. Sincere Parker fouled by Nickel. 15 threes in that game. On the sideline, they finally push it ahead. They solve the Memphis press. And a foul on the drive. Charged to Doug McDaniel for a screen from Ingram. Got downhill and turned it over. Run out 3-on-1. Collins leaves his feet and draws the foul. Collins goes 1 of 2. McDaniel gets all the way to the rim and he rolls it home. Karam and a steal. Here's McDaniel again. Dumps it off for the finish. Hassan Abdul Hakim. Close your feet here at FedEx Forum. This feels like one of the crowds of old finally. Kick into the corner. Open 3. Okereke trying to guard the 5'11 McDaniel between the circles. McDaniel trying to break him down. Rush to shot, but
success. They weren't able to capitalize in the first half. Now they're getting some of those live ball turnovers against the Vanderbilt team.
And he does so. He is money from the free throw line at 91%. Memphis pushing. Quante Berry into the corner, and now Parker. Mid-range, yes sir. First lead of the game. Tigers. And Memphis continues the full court pressure. Stolen by Barry, and the left-hand leaner off the glass. Somehow the fire got lit. Pump fake and a step through, and they're going to whistle and a foul. And that's a tap by McDaniel, who has taken over this half. Goes off the back of the rim. Vandy looking for a tie or the lead. Beautiful feed, and the dump down ends up with And now Ingram. 5 to shoot. McDaniel says, I'll take it, and he drains it. It was easy to see that there's no O in Doug's first name, but he's added it in the last 8 minutes or so. Miles in and out. Well, wild shot, and Vandy comes out of there with it. Home crowd wanted a foul. Nobody stops ball. Miles behind the back. In and out through. Threading the needle. 7 to shoot. If they get it, they don't. It's into Vandy's hands. And a beautiful strip. McDaniel did it again. JC All-America. He led junior college in scoring at 22 a game. Here's this week's featured women's college. Vandy's got a 2-minute and 6-second scoring drought. Parker rolls the second one home. He's into double. They've got Vanderbilt sped up. Miles fade away over Bradshaw. What a shot by Duke Miles.
And then Miles in as well. Not a lineup we've seen much at all, if any, for Vanderbilt this season.
Here's Bing. An air ball from the right wing. Well, Parker's got good size, 6'3", 210, but lost the basketball. And Vandy gets on the floor for it. It'll be a shot clock violation. It's one of their last 7 field goal attempts. Collins spins in the lane, gives it up into the corner. 3 ball. Yes, sir. Tyler Tanner.
Man, he was ball watching, and Tanner slid right behind him to that open spot in the corner.
Here's McDaniel. Left hand, no. Follows there. Now McDaniel trying to work on Nichols. Nichols got the size advantage. 14-footer. Yes, sir. Tyler Nichols got his. Here's Duke Miles. Gets it back. 12 to shoot. Tanner stampeding downhill, and he threw it right through the wickets. No. Bradshaw the rebound. Takes it up strong, and he's fouled. And Aaron Bradshaw will be going to the free follow and finish. And now Miles leaves it for Tanner. In with the bigs, and Tanner's got a 3-4
built for game
wins
with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee.
Rivalry, if you want to call it that.
You like your ROMs with a little bit of
these Tennessee neighbors. Parker splits the defense, and he's able to get it up
and run the show.
Tanner hounded by McDaniel, so Miles will attack. And into the corner for three. Frankie Collins makes him pay. But here's Collins across the timeline. Collins shot out of a cannon, and he goes to the line after the foul, and it's Bradshaw.
When they broke pressure, that's exactly what he got there from Collins.
The well-traveled Frankie Collins, 7 Arizona State. Before that, he was at Michigan. And then a handful of different high schools and prep schools. 2 for 2 from the line.
He's a guy, they really junkyard dog, the identity of this Memphis team.
Parker drills them both. Pell's got 4 personal. 6 to shoot. Now 5 with 3. No good. And a rebound. 10th in the SEC at 86% on the year. Vandy trying to stay undefeated and go to 11-0. Tanner for a 3-point lead. Crosses over, trying to get in the paint. Back outside to Parker. Now McDaniel. Baseline drive. Dumped it off to Bradshaw.
Can't steal one on the inbounds pass before having to foul.
Makes the second. That won't happen.
Okay.
Tied at 6 to play. Here comes Vandy. Duke Miles into the front court. 1 to shoot from the corner. No good. And
he's trying to deny McDaniel the ball. They want Memphis to play 4-on-4.
Pull-up jumper. Good. 9 in the AP poll era against D1 opponents that entered 10-0 or better. The lone win in that span came against Missouri in 90. One of 2 for Tanner. Memphis outscored Vandy by 6 in the second half to force overtime. This is the guy that got us here. Abdul Hakim in and out. And a rebound off of Frankie Collins directing traffic. Uses the screen. Picks up a mismatch. Has it blocked, and it goes out of bounds. 10 against the top 15 under Penny. 19 for Miles for a 2-possession lead. Money. 20-point game for Miles.
Been unafraid of the moment, unafraid of the road environment this entire night.
Miles used every bit of the rim. He's got a. And here's Jalen Washington. Washington, a great energy guy in the first half. He's finally
allowed Vanderbilt to build this lead, but it has slowed Memphis down, and the Tigers have just been stuck in the mud. In
February of 2014. 32% shooting night for Vanderbilt. From the free throw line, they salt this one away, and Vanderbilt improves to 11-0 in year number 2 under Mark Byington.
Yeah, good teams find a way to win, even when they're not